अब तक मैंने क्या करा है? Who will tell? Who will tell Narayan?
मैम नारायण बोलो।
Narayan, आप चुप रहिए और सुनिए. Chitra, could you please explain Narayan what we have done in English so far?
Yes, ma'am, sure. We have done the kinds of nouns and assignment C1, C5, C6, C2, and C3. Noun number and noun gender.
Thank you, Chitra. Besides this, we have also done something. In reader section, we have done the chapter number 1. And we are now today completing our last class for now
Grammar.
today. Narayan, quickly say, tell me if you have understood, yes or no.
Yes मैम।
And if you want to see, then there are couple of videos in my YouTube channel. So if you please go onto my YouTube channel, subscribe
नेम
to
क्या
it.
है मैम? नेम क्या है?
Pratik and Kanupriya Saxena. And from there, you can pause the video, note down the exercises, everything work should be completed. Okay, any other question? Somebody was
No.
asking something. Narayan, mute yourself. Is there any other student who wants to know something?
Ma'am,
Yes, beta.
ma'am, have we done all the exercises in noun?
Today
No.
we'll be doing the last exercise.
Okay, C4. Ma'am,
Yes, Chitra.
ma'am, what is the spelling of pronunciation?
Pronunciation. P-R-O. Pronunciation. I hope it is visible.
No, ma'am, your
Page
video is
number.
on.
Pronunciation. Why don't you Google?
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Page
you.
number.
Any other question? I don't want to give up the spellings
मैम पेज
quickly.
नंबर। मैम एक्सक्यूज
Yes,
मी पेज
Anupriya.
नंबर।
मैम असाइनमेंट C3 कॉपी में करनी है।
We have to do all the exercises in our workbook as well as in the grammar copy. So all the 6 exercises. So far we have done 5. We will be doing another today.
थैंक यू मैम।
Welcome. Himan, please unmute yourself.
Ma'am, can you please tell me what to write in cases of noun?
Yes, today I will repeat the noun case. Don't worry. So we have discussed what is noun. Noun. Yes, Himanshu. Any other query?
मैम आज के वर्ड में नहीं।
आवाज नहीं आ रही? Okay, then I hope you can see the board. Rest of the class can hear.
मैम टुडेज वर्ड में नहीं।
Today's word meaning. This is English grammar class, not the assembly class. Ask your friends who have noted down in time.
ओके मैम।
We'll just talk about English today. So we have discussed what is noun. So noun is a name of a person, place, animal, thing. Besides this, we also call noun as the name of processes and the name of ideas, emotions, which we can feel, which we can understand, but we cannot touch. Then we have discussed about types of noun. Types of noun. So we have 5 types of noun. Common noun is the name of animal, place, person, thing. If we give a special name to it, then it is called a proper noun. A collective noun is when common nouns, similar kind of noun are formed in a group. So we give a special name to that particular group. That is called a collective noun. Material noun are the nouns which are made up of substance. That is called material noun. And then we have abstract noun, which are the emotions and ideas which we can see, which you cannot see, but we can feel. So that is types of noun. After that, we have done noun number. Noun number is what? The nouns which we can count are come under the countable noun. And the noun, Hardik Swami, one more time you open your words and there is a disturbance in class, then I have to remove you from the class. Okay, noun number tells us whatever noun we can count are come under countable nouns, and the nouns which we cannot count can come under uncountable nouns. Countable nouns can be further divided into two categories. Singular means one and plural means more than one. We have discussed how we can convert singular from plural, and then we have talked about gender. Now, who will tell me about gender? We have identified.
Ma'am, masculine and feminine.
Okay, Vanshika, please unmute yourself.
Neuter.
Yes, ma'am.
Please speak up.
Ma'am,
Neuter
gender
gender.
tells us about ma'am types बताने हैं definition.
Types.
Okay, ma'am. Masculine and feminine, common and
Okay, there's a little disturbance at your background. Please lower down your hands, everyone. Okay, so male noun names are masculine, female are feminine. If they are both, male and female, both can use the same thing, then it is called a common noun. And for non-living things, which is neither male nor female, it is called neuter. So this much we have already done, discussed. If there is question only, then raise your hand. If you have raised your hand for answers, please lower down your hands. Okay, so noun case we have already been discussed in the previous class. Let me just quickly recap it for you. Recap is just a reminder. This much we have already covered. These many exercises we have already done. This topic also I've explained yesterday, the day before, and we just are going to repeat ourselves. Listen to it carefully and then raise your hands when I ask you for questions. So we have identified that a sentence, any sentence, is made up of subject and predicate. Subject plus predicate. What is predicate? In any sentence, if we remove the subject, what is the subject? What the person is doing in the what a person is doing in that particular sentence, or what the sentence is all about. The sentence is talking about one person, one thing, one noun. That noun is the subject. And the rest of the sentence is the predicate. So predicate has lots of things. Can anybody raise hand and tell me what comes under predicate? Quickly. Only Vanshika knows. Mukund, unmute yourself.
Yes मैम मैम predicate के अंदर मैम verb and object होता है.
Okay. So predicate has not many things. Major things are verb plus
Object.
object.
And then object has direct and indirect.
Okay, wonderful, Mukund. Now, at least couple of students have understood. Please lower down your hands. I think 5-6 students have completely understood noun case. But for the rest of the class, let us quickly pay focus on this. Object अगर एक से ज़्यादा हो तो we have further divided them into direct object and indirect object. Chitra, you have any question or you have raised hand for your doubts? Okay. So subject, direct object, indirect object, ये तीनों ही noun होते हैं. Subject is the person who is doing the action. That is called doer. What the sentence is about. So that is called, that noun is the subject. Now there is some action. Verb is what? Action. It tells about what is happening in this sentence. So action word is verb. Who is doing this action? Subject is doing the action. But this action is done upon which noun? This is the action done upon. This noun has been this action has been done on this particular noun by this noun. And the indirect object is the person who is receiving the end result of the action. The recipient, this noun is the recipient of this particular action. This much you have understood, yes or no? We will quickly take examples so that we can understand it properly. Please raise your hand if you have any doubt. If there is only one object, then there is no problem. That is, the problem arises when there is more than one object in the sentence. Then we have to identify which is the direct object and which is the indirect object. No questions? Quickly, let us take some examples and then we'll do the last exercise. Please give me a sentence with two objects. Palak, unmute yourself.
The sentence says that Anandya gave a dress to Kashi.
I didn't get your name. The name was, first name was?
Anandya.
Anatya, that's a very difficult name. Can we change it into a simple name?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please say with a simple name.
Okay. Chavi gave a dress to Kashi.
Again, the second name is difficult. So I will Chavi gave a dress to Katvi or whatever the name is. Okay, thank you, Palak, for giving us a sentence. And I'm unmuting some student. Let us go. Ishika Mathur, unmute yourself. Quickly unmute yourself. Ishika, if you're not unmuting, I will have to remove you from the class. नहीं आता है, गलत आंसर है, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. But once I ask you to unmute, you have to unmute. Quickly. Not responding? Prashant Kumar, unmute yourself. Quickly. Yes, Prashant, please speak loudly.
Yes, ma'am.
प्रशांत, इसमें कुछ नाम हैं. आप इसमें देख सकते हैं कि कुछ नाउन हैं.
Yes, ma'am.
आप उन नाम का बता पाएंगे कि कौन से वर्ड्स नाउन हैं?
Ma'am, Chabi noun.
Chavi is a noun, okay. And there are two more nouns. This girl, K, is also a noun. ये
Yes.
दोनों क्या है? Proper noun है.
Noun.
है ना? Special name दे रखा है.
Yes, ma'am.
एक noun और है. Gave a dress to में से एक noun और है. Please ढूंढिए. Gave क्या हुआ?
Ma'am,
Yes, बेटा,
dress
gave.
noun है.
हाँ?
Ma'am, dress noun है.
Very good. Dress noun है. अब आप बताइए gave क्या है?
Ma'am,
Gave action word है, दिया था.
yes.
तो ये क्या बन गया? ये हो गया verb. अब
Yes.
क्या है? A and the, क्या बोलते हैं हम A and the को?
Ma'am, article.
Very good. Article है ये. ठीक है. अब to क्या है? To, from, up, above, under, ये सब होते हैं preposition. जो इनकी ऑब्जेक्ट की पोजीशन बताते हैं. So thank you. You have identified all the three nouns. Very nice. Okay. अब देखिए, in this sentence, the verb is gave. Action word हमें मिल गया है gave, दिया था, in the past tense. So who has given this? Chavi has given the word. So Chavi becomes the subject. क्यों है Chavi subject? Because this is the doer of gave. Gave किसको दिया? छवि को दिया. अब हमारे पास दो ऑब्जेक्ट हैं. ड्रेस भी ऑब्जेक्ट है, के भी ऑब्जेक्ट है. अब हमें देखना है कि ये गेव क्या था. क्या उसने ड्रेस को गिव किया या उसने के को गिव किया? छवि ने क्या गिव किया? ड्रेस किया. तो दिस बिकम्स आवर डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट. और फाइनली वो ड्रेस किसको मिली? के को मिली. तो के इज द रेसिपिएंट, फाइनल रेसिपिएंट. तो ये बन गया इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट. ये हुआ पहला तरीका. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आइडेंटिफाई द वर्ब and identify the nouns. Who is doing this action? This person is doing the action, so this is the subject. What action has been done on which thing? Dress is the being given, so dress becomes the direct object. Finally, who has received this action? The fruit of the action is received by the K, so K is the indirect object. That is the first method. The second method is if we remove this portion of the sentence, then still the sentence is making a complete sense. That means this object is required to make a complete sense. So this is the direct object. Chavi gave a dress, direct object. If I remove this much, Chavi gave to K, then it does not make a complete sense. So this portion becomes indirect object. The third type of identifying the indirect object is that there is mostly a preposition in front of the indirect object. To, from, for, like that, preposition comes before indirect object. Now raise your hands only if you have any query. Palak, Varsha, do you have any query? Please raise hands if you have any query. Yes, Chandani, unmute yourself. Chandani, quickly unmute yourself, beta. You have raised your hand. I believe you have a question. Quickly unmute yourself. Not responding? Kunal, unmute yourself.
मैम अभी जो आपने कराया वो कॉपी में करना है क्या?
Yes, when I asked you, yesterday's homework was to describe the noun case and give 2 examples. So you can pick up any 2 examples and underline the noun and write down the subject, direct object and indirect object. Any 2 examples. Lower down your hands, Kunal. Chandani, last warning. Quickly unmute yourself or lower down your hand. Okay. Can we take another example? One more example. Varsha, unmute yourself.
Ma'am, Aditi made a cake for Priya.
Why all the girls are doing something? Give me a boy's name. Something to do with boy. Let us say, Varsha, stay unmute and help me in identifying.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
So let me say Raj has made a cake. Raj has made a cake for,
Rohit.
okay, for Rohit. Wonderful. So please first of all identify the noun.
Ma'am, Raj, cake and Rohit.
Raj, cake, Rohit. And if we go by the division, then Raj and Rohit are the proper
Proper
noun
noun.
and cake is
And
a
cake is a common noun.
very good, wonderful. Now identify the verb.
Ma'am, made.
Made is the verb. This is noun, and this is noun. Can you please also find out what is has?
Helping verb.
Very good. Has is helping verb. A,
Article.
it's an article. Wonderful. And for?
Preposition.
Very nice. So you have understood everything that we have discussed. Very nice. I'm very impressed, Varsha. All right. So first of all, we have to find out who is doing this action.
Ma'am, Raj.
Raj is doing this action. So Raj is the
Subject.
subject of this sentence. Out of these two, we have to find out what is the direct object and which is the indirect object.
Ma'am, cake is a direct object and Rohit is indirect object.
Cake is a direct object because
Ma'am, because the action is done first.
done on the cake. Yes.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
finally, Rohit is the recipient. He is receiving the cake. So he is the indirect object. Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you, Varsha. The second method has also been applied here. If we remove a cake, the sentence does not make any sense. But if we remove for Rohit, Raj has made a cake, it makes a complete sense. The third part is also valid here because we have a preposition just in front of the indirect object. So that way we have understood the noun case. Noun case is what? If their sentence has more than 2 or 3 nouns, then we can identify them, which is the subject, which is the object. Subject is the person who is doing the action. Object is the person who is receiving the action. In case when we have 2 objects, we have to find out which is the direct object and which is the indirect object. So the necessary object is called as the direct object. Yes, Vanshika, you have any query? Quickly unmute yourself.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, I raise hand for giving answer.
Okay. So I think half of the class is understood, half of the class is not unmuting. Shagun is not at the mic option. Yogesh Sharma, unmute yourself. Yogesh Sharma, quickly unmute yourself, beta. Not responding. Okay, let us just do the last exercise, exercise C4. So today's homework is exercise C4. And tomorrow I'll be taking your revision. Yes, Bhumi, unmute yourself.
मैम आपने सी रीड करवा दी क्या?
Ma'am, for answers.
For answers. Yes, we have
मैम
discussed.
आपने C3 एक्सरसाइज
Yes, beta, हमने करा दी है C3 exercise. Bhumi, unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the question, Bhumi?
Ma'am, I raise hand for giving the answers.
But I'm not asking questions, so please lower down your hand. Let me just quickly explain. C2 we have done. C gender we have discussed. C3 we have done. And we have discussed the noun case. And C4, the last exercise is here. I believe everyone has purchased their books. And for those who have not yet purchased, quickly make sure that you have the books. Now the exercise C4 talks about identifying nouns and state their case in the following sentence. Simple? कर सकते हैं? आइए देखिए करते हैं इसको. First sentence, all other animals scurry for cover when the lion roars in the jungle. Now, scurry क्या होता है? डर के भागना. सारे जानवर भागते हैं छुपने के लिए. Cover means to hide. जब जंगल में लायन दहाड़ता है. अब देखिए इसमें कितने सारे नाउन हैं. पहला नाउन है एनिमल. अब एनिमल कौन सा नाउन हुआ? कॉमन नाउन. देन वी हैव Run for cover. So cover matlab chupna. So cover is also a noun, to hide. And then there is a noun lion. And then there is last noun jungle. So there are 4 nouns in this sentence. Like this you have to do in your copy. Write the sentence, underline the noun, and the question is find out the case, noun case. तो यहाँ पे subject क्या है? All the other animals. These 3 words are the subject. अब इसमें direct object है cover और indirect object है इसमें lion और jungle दोनों. ध्यान दीजिए यहाँ पर है 4 noun. We have 4 nouns. So object is scurry. Scurry मतलब डर के भागना. वर्ब है डर के भागना. अब कौन डर के भाग रहा है? All the other animals. So all other animals हो गया subject. अब डर के भाग रहे कहाँ? छुपने के लिए. So छुपना हो गया direct object. पर lion और जंगल जो है ये दोनों ही indirect object हैं. जब lion दहाड़ता है तब ये सारे जानवर भागते हैं छुपने के लिए. Now look into the second sentence. Mother did not want to cook on that day. Now we have just 2 nouns, mother and day. Verb is cook. Who does not want to cook? Mother does not want to cook. So जब and on that particular day. So first sentence was a nominative case because the subject was on the subject was acting as a noun, so that was like subject nominative case, and let me just quickly go into this one more time. So we have identified the noun and objects, but nominative case is when the subject of the verb is a noun. Yes, Chandani? Quickly unmute yourself.
Ma'am, you can show the exercise C.3.
C.3, there are 2 options given, and we have already discussed it, and the exercise is on the YouTube channel. So go over there and pause it. And if you want, you can see it from your friends. We have already discussed this exercise. Please pay attention on this. When the noun is used as the subject of the verb, अगर verb का वो subject है, तो sentence कहलाता है subjective case या nominative case. Example देखिए first, Hari sang while his friends gave the beats. जब उसके friends उसके धुन बजा रहे थे, तो हरी ने गाना गाया. Verb है यहाँ पे sang. तो sang का जो verb subject है क्या है? हरी. जब वो noun है, subject है उसका, तो वो sentence हो गया subjective case. Objective case में क्या होता है? When the noun is used as the object of verb or a preposition, तब उस case में वो objective case होता है. जब हमें 2 object मिलते हैं, direct object और indirect object, तब ध्यान दीजिए जब अगर वो जो noun है वो verb का object होता है या preposition का object हो जाता है, तो वो sentence हो जाता है objective case में. और possessive case या genitive case तब होता है जब हम apostrophe s लगाते हैं जिन word से possession पता चलता है, जैसे children's behavior, Ronald Dahl's stories. So this is the possessive case. So 3 cases हमने देखे. Nominative case जब verb का subject noun होता है तो subjective case या nominative case बोलते हैं. But when the object of the verb, the noun is the object of the verb or object of a preposition, then it is called an objective case. A possessive case is easy, apostrophe s लगा होता है. So like that, we have to identify these 4 sentences, find out 5 sentences, and find out the noun of it and give us the case. We have already done the first sentence, that is of nominative case. Second sentence is of objective case because object is the day and does not want to cook on that particular day. So verb का object है day और on preposition है उसका भी object है day, इसलिए ये sentence हो गया objective case का. Third sentence देखिए, the stream gurgled in joy as it bounded down the hills. जब झरना पहाड़ियों से बह रहा था तो गड़गड़ाने की तेज आवाज चल रही थी. अब इसमें नाउन क्या क्या है? नाउन है स्ट्रीम, जॉय एक इमोशन है, और हिल्स ये है. इसमें वर्ब क्या है? गर्गल्ड नहीं, द वर्ब इज द बाउंडेड डाउन द हिल, बह रहा था जब पहाड़ियों से. तो हु इज डूइंग द एक्शन? द स्ट्रीम, झरना इज डूइंग द एक्शन. सो इसमें stream is the subject, hills are the direct object, and with joy matlab in joy is the indirect object. So the stream is the subject of the verb, therefore third sentence is of nominative case. Fourth sentence देखिए, Shakespeare's plays मतलब शेक्सपियर के लिखे हुए नाटक are staged across the world. इनको परफॉर्म किया जाता है all over the world. Now we can see clearly that there is an apostrophe s. So what are the nouns? First noun is Shakespeare's play. ये एक noun हुआ, शेक्सपियर के लिखे हुए नाटक. This is one noun. And the second noun is world. We can say that the action is staged. So who is doing the action? Shakespeare's plays are being performed all over the world. So this is because of the apostrophe s, the sentence is of possessive case. Now fifth sentence, the teacher gave my friends 4 stars in appreciation of his good work. Now there is again 4 noun in this. Teacher is a noun, friend is a noun, stars is a noun, and work is also a noun. Now the verb is gave. So the doer of the verb is teacher. So teacher is the subject. And out of the 3 nouns, what does the teacher give? Teacher does not give the friend, teacher does not give the verb, teacher gave the stars. So only the 4 stars is the direct object, and indirect object क्या क्या हुए? किसको मिला 4 stars? My friend. और किस लिए मिला? अच्छा काम करने के लिए. So friend and work are the indirect object, whereas stars is the direct object. यहाँ पे जो action हो रहा है gave, उसका जो subject है, that is a noun, teacher. So it is the subject of the verb, therefore the fifth sentence is of nominative case. Quickly take a screenshot if you want to. The same exercise has to be done in the workbook as well as in the grammar copy. Raise your hands if there is any doubt. Quickly raise your hand if you want anything to be explained again. Yes, Kunal, unmute yourself.
मैम मैंने थोड़ी एक्सरसाइज नहीं की है.
That is not a, what do you want to tell me? That I should come to your house and do the exercise? Please complete all your work.
No ma'am.
Please complete all your work. Go to the YouTube channel, there all the explanation is given. In your copy, you have to give the definition, one line definition of all the nominative case, objective case, and possessive case. One line definition and one example of any of your choice. Yes, Chandini, unmute yourself.
Ma'am, case of noun we write to impulse copy, na?
Sorry, please speak louder. I didn't get your question. Chandini, unmute yourself once again and speak louder.
Ma'am, the case of noun we write into copy.
Yes, beta, all the work of the grammar portion has to be written in the grammar copy, and all the work of the reader has to be done in the reader copy. So today's homework is you have to define nominative case, objective case, and possessive case. Only one line definition and one example. After that, you are supposed to do C4 exercise both in the workbook as well as in the copy. So in the copy, you will write like this. Write the sentence, underline the noun, and then tell us what is, whether it is nominative case, objective case, or genitive case, possessive case. Quickly raise your hand if you have any doubt. Our time is up. Now you have your third period. Raise your hands. I will not be explaining this again. If you have any doubt, quickly raise your hand. Tomorrow, we'll be doing chapter number 1.2 from the reader. So please come read after reading the chapter, and please be prepared. No questions? All right, class, then I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, sir. Thank you, class. Can I leave, sir? Have a wonderful day. See you in the last period. Click to the link which has been sent to you separately. There would be a separate attendance for GK class as well. Thank you.